Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Conscious Spirit.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah. TCS Everyday Psychics has another clearing, and we're going old
we
school.
do. We are going old school. We present some videos of the inside and outside of the home for
Yep.
us to clear. We were not told a lot about what's going on there, other than her name is Savannah. She wrote to us on the behalf of her parents. So
Mhm.
it's her parents' home. Pretty much the only thing we got from her was that sometimes they hear names. Like I think she said it was her father that would hear the mother's name once in a while.
Right.
And that's kind of it, and it just feels awful. Yeah.
And yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, and it kind of does. I actually had to pull my hair forward because it was just on my neck and it was as soon as we opened space. So, yeah. Whew. So
Yeah.
yes. Yes to the it feels awful. It feels not good. So energetically it's not doing well. Before we get started,
Yeah.
please like, subscribe, share with a friend.
Mhm.
Yes, that
All
that
that good
helps
stuff.
our channel greatly if you can bring people in, if you can do all those things. Like leave your comments. We love hearing
Love the
from you.
comments.
Yes,
Yeah.
love the comments. Share with us what you get or if you have questions or well, actually the questions we'll do another Q&A at some point,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
Because the questions that you guys ask are really great, and it's hard to
yes,
go really in depth to answer them,
yeah,
in the comment
in the
form.
comments.
So,
Yes. So
yeah,
we need to do that. We need to do another Q&A.
it's been a while.
It's
It
been a
has
while.
been a
It has been
while.
a while.
Mhm.
All right, so should we just go ahead and
Get
just
started.
just jump right in?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
I'm a little I'm a little antsy. Yeah.
And that's from the energy.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So here's clip number one of. I need those on. I don't know why I took them off. Here's clip. This is the video of inside the home.
Okay.
Woo! Going fast.
TV room.
Oh, I'm nauseous.
Yeah. I thought it was just the way she was flipping the camera
Uh-uh.
around, but it isn't.
Uh-uh.
Interesting.
Kitchen. Nothing. Office. Side.
Fall off my chair.
From her whipping it around?
No, from the energy.
Oh, okay.
Woo!
Bath.
Ooh.
Bedroom.
Was that one of those little standalone sauna things?
Might have been.
Main bath.
I want one of those. Ooh, what was that? Was that just a closet or was it stairs or something? Okay. That room's
Guest bedroom.
ah. Okay, that's awesome.
That room
Big
wasn't
old
bad.
shark,
Other guest bedroom.
land shark. For all of you older people who remember Saturday Night Live and land shark. If any of you out there remember that, please in the comments leave Land Shark. All right. So
Grids much?
what?
Grids much?
Oh God. Yeah. Wow. So I had forgot to say this when we opened space at the beginning, before we started recording. I got something was hiding in the shadows, like just standing back, kind of like, who the hell are these women? Just kind of looking in the shadow, and I just, we just kind of let that happen. We'll let it happen the way it's going to happen, and absolutely, when they started, it was in the TV room, and it was sort of this longer, tall. I can't say a figure. It was more just shadow, and then it sort of formed into kind of like this, like a really big cat or something.
Okay.
Kind of down on all fours with the hunched back, kind of how you would see like a Halloween cat in pictures. You know how they do the
Yep.
yes, and then the tail
Yep.
straight up, and then it was gone. And then as we were going around, it was just watching us. Like it didn't expect us. I think, well, no, I'm not going to say I think. It was testing to see if we would see it or catch it or whatever. And yes, sir, we did. What did you get in the house?
I did not get that, but the energy that has just like manufactured
Uh-huh.
within the home is so dense, and it's like at one point I couldn't breathe. It was almost as though it had its own language.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty gross.
Pretty gross.
Yeah, so I'm not be surprised at all, just from the energy that I felt,
Uh-huh.
that there would be names heard or voices imitated. Because you know how like residual energy can be words, like a repeated of words can be from a residual, that this energy has picked up like a voice. And it sounds pretty bizarre, but
well, no, actually, when you started saying that, what was going through my mind is, where are they? Because it felt like I couldn't remember what state they're from. Florida. There feels like there's been, because I kept getting, it's the land, it's the environment, like this house was plopped down, built, whatever, in an area that has had trauma. And I don't know where in Florida they are, but everywhere in Florida, that part of, the country. Of course, there are some areas that get hit harder than others,
right?
But with all kinds of natural things, natural disaster type things. So,
not to mention the Civil War, wasn't
right?
Florida was affected by the Civil War.
Yeah, like it's some old energy. It's with the land, I think, and not even just the land, just I just keep getting, it's not necessarily just, it's the environment.
The environment.
Yes. Yes. It's the whole environment. Yeah. Now, ready to go outside? There are 2 videos for outside.
Yes.
So, all right.
Very ready to go outside.
What did you say? There was something you said when we were opening space about outside.
Like the party behind the garage.
Yes. And I'm like, we're here for the party. Yes.
Party behind the garage.
All right, let's find out about this party behind the garage. Okay, so this is the front and the back of the house.
Okay.
It's a nice house.
It is a very nice
property.
house.
I wonder if this is near the ocean. Or how close to the ocean are they? I think there's at least water back there, right?
There's water back there.
Because you can feel that. Like there's that. It's gorgeous. Oh, and I can hear the seagulls. Yeah, so it's some sort of little inlet or something. Oof. Yeah, man.
Wowza.
Yeah. Whew, the energy just kicked up. And that's often, from, this isn't just a lake. This comes from the ocean. This is, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, wowza. Okay. Yeah. So, I think we all know the ocean, there's so much energy that comes from the ocean, even if they're not, that like is some sort of like little inland area, some little, I don't know what you call it. I can't get 3D words really at the moment. But there's from the ocean there's
right.
Yeah.
That's what feeds that nice, calm looking water.
That energy is not calm.
Not at all. Not at all.
And it draws me right in. Like I want to go get my feet in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yet it doesn't even feel like I'd be touching the ground. Like that's hard to ground there.
Yeah.
Do you feel that ungrounding thing?
Yeah. Almost like you're hovering like 6 inches above the ground.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Woo. And that would cause all kinds of things. I would like to know how forgetful they get. Now, people our age, and certainly older, that can be just chalked up to, oh, I'm getting older, I'm forgetting things, and no. Could that happen? Yes. But this is adding to that sort of confusion. I'd like to know how often they get tired. The energy is just, it's moving all the time.
All the time. And because they're right on that water.
Yeah.
They are, I don't even know what the magnitude is. The full moon, especially on the super moons.
Yeah.
That just exasperates all of that energy because the ocean and the full moon are like so connected.
Oh man. Yes. Yes.
So
I would pay attention to that lunar cycle there.
So we are actually recording this 3 days before a full moon.
Okay. So it's revving up there.
It is like on tilt.
Yes. I like that.
On tilt.
Yes. All right. For me, when we get to the clearing, we'll get more information. However, right now, it doesn't feel like the earth. It's the atmosphere or the environment.
It is from the ocean.
Yeah. And it's
not completely, but
correct. Yeah. But there's and you can feel all kinds of things. You can feel there's like a false calmness there. I think you said that already. Like this false calmness, but it's not so calm.
Mm-mm.
Not so calm. And I think you're right. It goes with the lunar cycle. So that's something that, Savannah, if you're listening, if you're watching along with your parents, please pay attention. Start paying. I would love for you to just start writing down, sort of like on the calendar. Get a,
Yep.
every calendar typically has sort of the lunar cycle on there,
Yep.
and just start writing down what time of the month these things are happening, and there's usually a few days before and after a full moon, a crescent moon, a new moon. I mean, there's always some energy flowing through, but especially like you said, the full moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, haha. We have one.
Definitely, this will be something that in the, when we talk to Savannah afterwards, that we will go over with her.
Yes, yes. Now, we did not have a consultation with her. So if any of you are wondering, this all was just through email, because this is the way they felt most comfortable doing this clearing, which we are absolutely fine with.
Absolutely.
But that's why we didn't have she's not here and the consultation, blah, blah, blah. All right. You all know what I'm trying to say. So,
all right. I am ready. I am ready for the party behind the garage.
woohoo! All right. All right. Ready? Here we go.
Hey.
I'm going to say it's not coming from their yard.
It's coming from the yard adjacent.
Yes, ma'am. That's what I get. That's what I get. So we can try and do some things with that. We'll do our best to keep it from overflowing into their. Now that entity that we saw in the house, that's part of the that's on the property.
That's theirs.
Yes, but the party behind the
Party behind the garage.
I don't think
It's not theirs. It's that yard adjacent.
It's spilling over
And up into that tree, that beautiful tree.
Beautiful.
I don't know what tree that was. I don't remember, but
well, they have so many trees there that we just don't have here on the West Coast. It's those tropical type. Yeah.
yeah.
Woo-wee. All right.
Sucks to be their neighbor.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. Yes.
And wow.
And wow. All right. So do you want to, what would you like to start with, or what would you like to do?
I would like to start in the back behind the garage.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to just hold space for you while you do that? Or do you want me to go ahead and do inside while you're doing that?
Whatever you feel called is best. Whatever is in my highest good.
Okay, I'll do in the house, you do out there, and then we'll both go out the ocean front or the water, because I think that's going to take both of us.
And
I mean, that whole energy flows through the entire property,
right.
but you can really sort of divvy it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do have the energy of Tree Man helping me.
Of course you do. Good.
Behind that party behind the garage.
Party. Woohoo! Party.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just go ahead in the house, start fixing those grids. Ooh, that feels better.
All right.
Holy moly.
I need to stand up.
Oh, okay. All righty then.
We're gonna do that.
All right. And I am not going to stand up. So So I'm just going room per room in the house, just fixing the grids. We're putting in, it looks kind of doing an equalizer. I don't know what to call it. To help balance out the energy that's in there, because it's not just the grids. Again, it's part of the environment, and I'd be really surprised if they don't feel sick a lot. We'll ask Savannah. Headaches, nausea. Maybe not. There's something about food here, like not always having an appetite, or man, that wave of nausea hit me. Ooh, boy, it just that the environment just flows in with these waves. So we're going to see what we can do about that. Just keeping the house separate from outside, from that environment. So we want to create two very distinct environments. Man. So it really almost kind of feels like there's a vortex around, and there isn't a vortex around. There's no portals or vortexes, or unless you catch one, but I'm not. Yeah.
Feeling better in the house?
Starting to. There is a room here that I think it's the kitchen dining room that I'm in at the moment. And we do not remote view, by the way. For those of you who think we do not remote view, it's unethical. We don't do it. But within the dimensions, you have an idea. Oh, I'm in a bedroom, I'm in a bathroom, I'm in a living room. You have that idea. I can't tell you where anything is. We're not casing the joint. we don't. There's no remote viewing here.
No.
And just what we saw in the in the video. That's all I can recall. And then there's a feeling of where I am. So there's a feeling of dining room, kitchen-esque. And I think I remember there might have been like a nook there or something. But that is really a source of sort of where that energy really comes in and flows through the home. So we're going to see what we can do about that. This is going to take a few days of the energy shifting. So we'll put everything in place to shift the energy, to clear it, but it's going to take a few days for it to, because I'm still feeling a little dizzy, but it's there's a different dizzy when the energy is being healed and balanced than when it's out of balance. So it's kind of like chaos versus not chaos, or getting rid of the chaos, or whatever it is. Yes, I can see where it can be very chaotic, though, like mentally chaotic. I want to write that down because I want to ask her about that.
Probably some anger outbursts.
And I get tears, like maybe a depressive, overly sensitive, like out of the norm sensitive. Like we can all get sensitive, but this is like triggering wounding even, and then it comes out, and the people in the room are like, what the heck? How come that person's acting like because it really pulls up. It's really like, if you want to heal your stuff, this is kind of the place to do it, because it's bringing everything up.
It's bringing it up. Absolutely.
Yep. All right. And this is, wow. So, do you want me to talk about the entity, or would you like to talk about what you did first?
Um, Not much to talk about what I did, just clearing it out, and then there were some boundaries set.
Okay.
Some fans placed
Okay.
deep in the ground to help alleviate what comes in. Um,
That makes sense.
yeah.
I'm still feeling, I think
And
it's
then
still,
cleared the garages. So
oh, thank you.
yeah.
So this entity, I'm kind of saying that in quotes. This is accumulation, an accumulation of many shattered pieces, some soul pieces, some environmental pieces. So from humans, from environment, from like it's a mishmash that all sort of came together and formed. It's not.
That's where the word manufactured came in,
Okay. Yes.
right?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is not
Wow.
one conscious spirit at all. It's many pieces that have come together, and that can create. Now, is that a poltergeist? I would put it. I would say no. Like if someone said you have to say yes or no, poltergeist, no. However, there's some sort of lost cousin. Some sort of like, the woodpile, whatever they call it.
Right.
So it's some sort of adjacent
Adjacent. I love that
thing.
word. Yeah.
Yes. Um, because there is a consciousness to it, but it's not one entity. It's not like one earthy. We're talking about pieces. We're talking about residual, like
Oh my gosh,
everything
it's like
coming together.
Frankenstein.
Yes, I love that. Frankenstein. I'm gonna write that down. That might have to go in our title. Yeah,
Wow.
it's like
Yeah, like
Frankenstein,
Frankenstein.
and it can. The shapes change, um, and it's really it's like it has the almost like a child. It has the consciousness of a child. It's not a full, like it hasn't, it's not a full adult. It doesn't have, yeah, it's like a child. This is
The temper
really bizarre.
tantrums.
Yes.
Um, there's this feeling like it has a temper tantrum and an adult living in the house, or maybe not even living in the house, visiting the house
Hmm.
will mimic it.
Or all of a sudden feel sort of protective. I get that too.
Sure.
Like start to feel like the adults in the room will start to feel a little more protective, and they don't know why. Or maybe they think, oh, well, it's this person, like maybe Savannah's there, and dad or mom or something start feeling very protective or something. But it's really not Savannah, it's this thing.
Another thing.
Hmm.
Frank.
Frank, it's Frank. Frank. It's Frank and Stein. I think that's its name. Frank, middle name N, and that's
Frank and Stein. Wow, that's crazy. Awesome.
yes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cross this one over. Wow. You can almost hear the screech. It's not a screeching. It's something as they're sort of it's sort of separated, because what the pieces will do is go to the soul that lost them,
Right.
and you can feel it. Can you like it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, as it separates and goes home to each individual.
What I was hearing
Yes.
were almost screeches of glee.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's a
Um,
good way to say that.
yeah. Like painful happiness.
Pain Painful happiness. Yes, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wow.
Whew. Okay, we're going to have to deal with, and as much as we can, because I don't think that's all their property. So we'll deal with what we can deal with. I mean, it might be theirs, but there was a road there. So
There was a road and then a gated
yeah,
seating area or I don't know, a boat launch.
yes.
I don't know.
So we will do what we can to take care of that because I don't know who it belongs to. We'll ask permission, of course.
Right.
Excuse me, energetically ask permission. That was odd. The way that felt, that was an odd that I just choked there.
Yeah.
So we'll ask permission. We'll do what we can. If it does not belong to them, it'll just sort of go right back to the way it was. But the part that we do have permission for from them
Right.
will stay. But other than that,
Go up to their property line, basically.
yes. So,
Yeah.
but we will ask for permission.
Yeah. And how do you feel in the house now that Frankenstein has gone home?
Way better.
I almost got dizzy
When Frankenstein was leaving.
with leaving.
When
Yeah.
Frank was,
Frank was going home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's also part of, it's not just the environment, was Frank as well, that sort of delusion, just not good.
Not good at all.
Yeah, so the house will be feeling much better without Frank there.
Mhm. Okay.
All right.
Woo.
So let's just see what we can do. I'm not even sure. We're going to have to ask on this one what to do.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. So grounding cord going in for the environment. Ooh. Oh, that feels good. Holy moly. Those of you at home who tend to feel into, we always tell you not to, or we have told you don't feel in, but we know you do anyway.
Oh, you do.
So those of you who are feeling in, I hope you just felt that. How that just immediately, boom, grounded.
Yeah.
And I think that's, go around the perimeter, that's it. And I don't know if there's anything else to do. Unless you feel like there's something else to do.
No.
No, I think that's what it needed.
Yeah, there's no, you can't put up a barrier because it needs
Mm-hmm.
the interaction.
Yes. The size of the house, yes, as much as we can, but no, that's it.
Yeah.
Man, I'm no longer nauseated. I don't feel dizzy. I feel really good.
Yeah. I feel like I could just actually stand on the
Yes.
ground.
That's what it felt like being on, if you've ever taken, well, not even, it doesn't have to be a cruise, but when you're out in the choppy and you're like on and you can't quite get your footing, you don't quite feel, yeah, that's what it felt like. No more of that. I don't feel that at all.
Sea legs be gone.
See ya.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was really fun.
That was so interesting.
That was very interesting. Yes.
Really interesting.
Yes. So we want to thank Savannah and her parents for allowing us to do this and giving us this opportunity. It's been wonderful. Thank you. If any of you have activity in your home, you think you do, you don't think you do, whatever it is, TCS everydaypsychics.com will get you to our website. Shoot us an email.
Yes.
We'll get back to you.
If you think you have activity,
Yes.
you do.
Yes.
If you think you don't have activity and in the back of your mind you're going, I don't have activity, I don't have activity. Because you have activity, you do.
You do. Yes. Yes. All of our other services are on our website as well. Healings, development,
Yep.
readings, so forth. It's all there if you want to know more about us. We thank you so much
So grateful.
for tuning in. We appreciate your donations. We don't say that enough, and we apologize for not saying that enough.
We don't, but we really are
Yes.
very, very grateful.
Very
For
grateful.
the donations, for all the support.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Again, like, subscribe, share, leave your comments. Yes. And
Let us
remember,
know if
land
you felt
shark.
that grounding. Yeah.
Yes, land shark. And if you felt the
Yeah.
grounding there, yes. So, thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.